Every day begins almost naturally in the same manner. First, the sun rises and a day breaks and the light spreads in the whole world and a day begins. But what is more important for us, how we begin our day. When we wake up, do we make up our mind to have a better day? It's very important that we need to make up our mind to wake up properly in the morning to think of a better day we are going to lead or we are going to live in along with the day as it passes. So to wake up properly and to make up a proper day is very important to keep certain points in mind. So here the first thing that is important when we wake up and we need to make up mentally is to be an observer. We need to become a keen observer. To become a keen observer, we need to understand one thing, what is our relation with the universe. We are a part of this universe. If we are a part of the universe, we need to move along with the universe the way it moves. And this universe is a dynamic. It moves in terms of time and space. And that's the source of energy. Same is the case with us. If we lead a static life, we cannot become a part of this dynamic world. We are in total contrast with the world if we are not moving along with the process of this time and space. So we need to be dynamic, and to be dynamic, we need to observe everything that's happening around us. We are surrounded by lots of things, and we are going to experience all those things in the duration of the day. So a keen observer is one who notices every example, every idea, every thought, every word that enters through his ears to his brain. Every source of wisdom, any stupidity, every folly, anything, whether positive or negative, we need to observe. We need to observe our mistakes. We need to observe our strengths, weaknesses, and all our experiences. If we are not reactive towards all these things we are surrounded by or we are going to experience in our life, and if we are not a good observer, we can never make a day better than earlier. So to lead a better day, it's very important we need to observe. We need to develop our observation of the things surrounding us. So that we must also become a dynamic part of this world and this universe, and we can lead a dynamic life and we can shun the way of leading the life in a static manner. As any kind of stagnancy or any kind of stagnant thing would of course stink. So life will also start stinking if it becomes static. We need to make it dynamic, and for making it dynamic, be a good and a keen observer. Second thing which is required to make up mentally for a better day is become a thought gatherer. Like there was a poem in English literature, Leech Gatherer. That thing made me think of this thing, that we need to become thought gatherer. Because whatever thoughts we are having or we are going through, they can evaporate, they can fume out, or they can vanish in a fraction of a second if we won't collect them and we won't make a note of them. So we need to note down or write down every thought that's good and that comes in our mind in the process of the day, in the flow of the day. Otherwise, ideas will vanish, they will evaporate, and we can't be having anything different in our life. We will be living or leading the same life as we have been living in the past. Here comes a small poem of one of our friends, Dr. Arunjit Singh Thakur. He says that बर्फ ही बर्फ जमी है मेरे जहन की जमीन पर, बर्फ ही बर्फ जमी है मेरे जहन की जमीन पर, कलम का सहारा ना हो तो ख्याल फिसल जाता है. क्या खूबसूरत ख्याल है. What a beautiful thought. Means my mind is having a slippery surface of snow. If I won't hold a pen in my hand, my thought would slip. So to avoid slipping the thoughts, it's very important we need to be ready with a pen and a diary, and whenever any good thought comes, any idea strikes, note it down immediately and then brood on the idea, think on the idea, elaborate the idea, and that idea will become a part of life and it will make your day better than before. Because that idea, if implemented and if it comes to an action, a new thing will be, a new chapter will be added to your life. The next point is, it's very important, but it's not easy. But if anybody tries it, nothing less than that. And that is, try to be an avid reader. Read as much as possible. Become a reader. Develop a habit of reading. Invest your time and money on reading. Buy books, read books, and enjoy books. There isn't anything better as a companion than a book. So, if you spare some time for reading anything good, anything healthy, anything productive, constructive, anything inspirational and motivational, that will definitely going to bring a change in your day. Spare at least an hour, or if not possible, at least 30 to 40 minutes only for reading one or the other thing, by hook or by crook. Because when you read, you get into the world of others' experience, what anyone else has experienced. Through that, you understand how you can make it better, a part of your own life. So, next thing is, be a scribbler. Means, scribble something, write something. Because when you write something and you write as a routine, it makes you alive as a disciple, as a student. And one who stays a student for whole life learns forever. Whether you become a teacher or a doctor or an engineer, whatever may be, but if the student within you is dying, it means you are not growing. A teacher can never teach if he or she doesn't stay a student. So never kill the student within you. And a student has a habit of scribbling something. They need to scribble. So you need to scribble, because when you become a disciple, you actually become disciplined. So discipline automatically comes when you are a student or you are a disciple. So develop a disciplined habit of writing one or the other thing, something. You may start even with writing a diary and noting down some ideas or your own thoughts. Try to think something original. Don't become very messy or chaotic with your thoughts. Give your thoughts a streamline and rearrange them, think over them, and master the better thoughts. And in the end, to make up your mind for a better day, you need to evaluate each action that you go through or you experience. So before retiring to bed, at least for a couple of minutes or a few minutes more, maybe for just 5 to 10 minutes, you need to brood, you need to analyze all your actions, all your mistakes, and all your achievements that you had for the whole day. So when you think over or you analyze whatever you have done in your whole day, it gives you an awakening and it gets you prepared. It gets you prepared for the next day, and you can have one more beautiful day waiting for you when your one day becomes meaningful. So it becomes very habitual with you to make every day better than before. So segregate what are your betters and what are your worse. And learn lessons from your whatever worse happened, and whatever better, take motivation, take self-motivation out of them. It would be self-inspiring. So, you should wake up and make up your each day by thinking over these basic things. When you think on these basic things, your day is obviously going to be better. If your one day is going to be better, the coming days are also going to be very well. And then your whole life would become meaningful, constructive, and more productive. Thank you. See you later.